All right. Hi, I'm Michael Mann. I'm a sophomore at Madison Area Technical College, and I'm here with Margo Laboon. And I'm just gonna let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Margo Laboon. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania originally, and I went to school, my undergraduate at the University of California of Pennsylvania, which is really confusing, but it's just a small state school in Pennsylvania. And then now I'm in my doctorate program at Wheeling Jesuit University, which is in West Virginia.
Okay, so you transferred from that Pennsylvania school to
Yeah.
twice? Okay,
Well, I
cool.
didn't transfer. I did my undergraduate there
Mm-hmm.
in athletic training. That was my degree.
Yep.
I did that at the state school. And then I got into PT school or physical therapy school at Wheeling Jesuit University in Wheeling, West Virginia.
Okay.
So that's
Nice.
where I am right. Well, that's the school that I'm attending right now. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Um, so yeah, basically I'm just gonna go into this could either be from Pennsylvania or the school that you're at right now, but were there any like career centers that helped you with like finding jobs or any help that you needed in school? Did you ever like use them too?
Yeah. Um, when I did my undergrad degree at California University of PA or CalU, I did have a research center there that we used, and it was more of like, you know, what type of pathway do you want to take? They would give you like a
Hmm.
personality test, and they'd say, like, okay, maybe you're more meant to be in the healthcare field or like taking care of people or do computers or vice versa.
Yeah.
So that kind of helped me because I didn't really have any direction my freshman year. I just kind of I went undecided. And then I kind of figured out that I liked helping people. And so that's really all they really gave to me. It wasn't anything too specific like jobs or anything, but they did, my school threw like job fairs and stuff like that. And I went to one of them. But with physical therapy and the medical profession, you kind of already have a track that you
Hmm.
need to follow. So I wasn't really looking for a job out of undergrad anyway.
Yeah. Mentioned PT. That's something that you're in right now. That's
Yes,
your
I'm getting my doctorate in physical therapy right now,
okay.
and that
Okay.
is required to be a physical therapist now.
Nice, nice. What like resources helped you pick that major and like what what passions like have come from that?
So I wouldn't say that any one resource kind of from my school led me to pick that,
Hmm.
but I did pick athletic training, and that was my degree there. And
Okay.
I always had a passion for sports. I played ice hockey when I was a kid,
Hmm.
and I played all the way up and through college. Actually, through my undergraduate degree, they had a women's ice hockey team there. Um, and I just really like sports, so I'm like, well, I might as well do athletic training because I get to watch sports all day, and I do like helping people. So I did that, but I didn't really think that was for me towards the end of it. Probably like my sophomore year, I realized it wasn't something that I wanted to do just because of the long hours that it requires you to do on the weekends. And um, it wasn't really like a steady job, and they didn't get paid as well as I thought they should for the work that they were doing.
Hmm.
So then I discovered physical therapy through different classmates and whatnot. And I just started looking into it on my own, actually, and figured out what the process was. And I started taking extra classes to get into PT school, and that's kind of how I figured it out. So it wasn't like one or two resources. I would say it was more figuring out my first degree
Hmm.
and the resource that got me there, which was I want to say they had like a uh, like help class, like it was like find your way class or something. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
some type of like resource that they offered to students there at the
Nice.
counseling center. I think maybe it was, but
And so the PT track will essentially it's a straightforward track from my understanding and
yeah,
you'll be once you're out of that track, like once you graduate, is there anything like that specifically that you want to who you want to work for, or like do you just want to go straight into like a practice?
Um,
What are your thoughts on that?
well, right now, so PT school requires you to do certain clinical rotations, right, to kind of get
Hmm.
your feet wet and figure out what type of setting you like. So they require you to participate in three different settings, and the three different main ones are outpatient orthopedics, which is more younger patients and orthopedic stuff. And then you have your geriatrics, which is mainly skilled nursing facilities where I am right now. And that's why I'm in Utah. So I'm
Yeah.
doing a clinical out here right now.
Okay.
Um, and then they make you do uh, acute care, which is more like your stroke patients and your brain injuries and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Hmm.
So I haven't hit acute care yet, and I think I might really like that. But with my background in athletic training and sports, I think I might want to do orthopedics. But a good job for any student coming out of physical therapy school is called traveling PT. And I'm sure you might have heard of traveling nurses. So they have the same thing for travel therapists,
Okay. Yeah.
OTs, PTs, speech therapists. And they just get paid really well only because of the stipend that they give you to travel and for housing. So if you
Hmm.
take that stipend and you use it wisely, instead of like taking their
Yeah.
housing and stuff, you can go find your own housing and like put that extra money in your pocket. So that job is more skilled nursing facilities, which is going to be
Hmm.
more your geriatric patients. So that's probably where I will end up when I first get out of school, only because there's a lot of debt and I need to pay
Yeah.
off the student loan. So,
Anywhere
um, yeah.
specific where, like, do they send you
Well,
anywhere in the world, or
they,
is it
so
all?
you can give them like a state or a region
Okay.
in that state. But I mean, for your first job coming out, no student, I mean, they're gonna probably try to put you in a place where there's a mentor.
Hmm.
And that mentor will normally be over the phone, or sometimes they could come visit you in person. But you're not gonna say like, oh, I want to go to Hawaii, like
Yeah.
Honolulu. They're not gonna be able to put you on your first rotation or your first job, right? So these jobs are only 3 months long.
Okay.
So every 3 months you're switching places. So a lot of these or the physical therapists that come out of school that want to do travel PT, a lot of them will end up in like more rural areas outside of the bigger cities. So I could say I want to go to California, LA, but I might
Hmm.
end up in, a different city, like a little bit outside of it. So I'd like to stay West Coast if I could, honestly.
Nice, nice. So do you know what an association is, and are you a part of any?
Um, I don't really know the definition of an association, but I know that they help support the something that I know they support
Yeah.
stuff. But I am a part of one, which is crazy that I don't know what association means, but it's
Yeah,
just
let's hear it. Let's
so it's called American Physical Therapy Association. And
Okay.
basically what they do is provide resources to all the physical therapists out there, whether it be financial support or evidence-based practice that they'll put up there. They send out journals monthly. What else? They have a big national conference every year. It's a way to network and communicate on there and stuff like that. So I'm guessing that's kind of what they are doing. And then they're also, trying to get the word out there about physical therapists and what we do as a profession. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what the association, I'm guessing, does for
Yeah,
us.
from my understanding, I think it's just like a group of people who are interested in the same thing,
Yeah.
and they basically like form a group, and then that becomes an association, and like
Yeah.
to get to a common goal, pretty much. So yeah.
Hmm.
Um, so do you have any like internships or apprenticeships lined up for the summer, or
No, we don't really do as physical therapists in
Mhm.
school. They have you so busy with the three different or four different clinical rotations that you have to do. They don't allow you to I mean, you could go out during your, Christmas break and go shadow somebody, but
Yeah.
these are already kind of put in place as internships. I mean, they're unpaid, unfortunately.
Hmm.
So yeah,
So your next
I'm doing a
steps,
clinical right now.
yeah.
So
Okay, so like your next steps are just kind of following that path, that PT path that they kind of like give you pretty much.
yeah, I have a year. I'll graduate in December, and
Okay.
all the PT schools are mainly 3 years long. Mine was only 2.5. There's a more advanced. It just happens quicker. They
Hmm.
send you through the summer and stuff like that. Um, but I have two major clinicals left, which will be a total of 6 months starting in August.
Okay.
And they kind of chunk those on the end so that you're prepared to like go out and start working. So you
So
basically are doing the physical therapist job while
yeah.
they kind of sit there and like, cue you to do the right thing or say, hey, do this, do that.
Could you
So
tell me like more about those? Like obviously those are your next
yeah,
steps. I'm assuming like where
yeah,
are they and um
yeah. So
like
right
who are you working
now,
for?
sure. I'm in Utah. This is my second clinical rotation at a skilled nursing facility. My first one was at an outpatient clinic back in Pennsylvania. And that was fun. That was so the first two were only 8 weeks.
Hmm.
So I'm just about to finish up here. I only have 3 weeks left. And basically, what you do is you go in, and once I get out of this setting, I want to be independent in the setting. So the PTs are going to push you to do as much as you can on your own, right?
Yeah.
So she's there if I need her. Like the first couple weeks, they like they'll give you a little bit more help, but then they should start weaning you off the help, right? So
Hmm.
right now, I basically have her whole entire caseload, and she just kind of like sits behind me and watches me do like her whole job, right?
Hmm.
Which kind of stinks because we don't get paid, but it's just yeah, it's just the way it works, and that's how you learn. So that's how it is. But each midterm, so we have like every 4 weeks they will evaluate you, or I'm sorry, not every 4 weeks, but halfway through the clinical they evaluate you, and they send it back to your school, and they tell you like, yeah, they're doing good or not, blah blah. And then at the end they'll give you a final report, and that goes back to the school as well. So that's kind of how it works. But long term, what I have going on is I will go back for one semester of school, 16 weeks, and then I actually will go on a mission trip to Haiti, which is through our school. Because it's a Jesuit school, we have to do some sort of uh, what you call it,
Is it
service.
like yeah.
Yeah. So,
Is it
and
a
I chose to.
habitat for humanity?
Yeah, I mean, they make you do some sort of service, whether it's local or international, and I chose international. So I'll
Nice.
be going to Haiti in May to provide physical therapy services and just like general medical services to the people there.
Awesome. Yeah. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, it'll be pretty interesting. We're actually going to an orphanage, so it's going to be tough on the heart.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to just seeing a different culture and just
Definitely.
helping
That'll
other people, right? So that's
yeah,
why I
that'll
got into
definitely be
this.
a really cool
So,
experience.
and
Yeah.
then I have the last two clinicals that I have are 10 weeks, and those are both going to be in the West Virginia, Pennsylvania area.
Nice.
And then
Cool.
I will
So
graduate in December. And then when you graduate, you have to take a larger test, like the boards. You have to sit for the
hmm.
boards and pass those before you actually become a physical therapist.
And
But
then
that should be
after that, you're looking at your own practice maybe or
then after that I'll do the travel PT and see where I go from
okay.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see what I
So
like.
80, two clinicals, test, and then travel
Yeah.
PT.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Awesome.
pumped. I'm pumped.
All right. Yeah, that's great. Well, I wish the best of luck for
Yeah, you
you,
too.
and sounds very interesting and really cool. So yeah, thanks for letting me interview you, and have a nice rest of your day.
All right. Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.